Welcome to Firewood, fella. Today we have a special guest in the wood yard today.
Hey everybody, I'm Craig.
Craig's cords to coals.
Yep, Craig's Cords to Coals.
He's up in the area for a little work thing he had to do, and he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm gonna be up in your area of the woods. So I said, come on over, we'll split some wood. And of course, we picked a wonderful day for it, as it's sprinkling and showering and it seems to be picking up. So
Yeah, it's raining, but you know, can't keep a wood hound away from some wood, and I knew Tyler was only minutes away from where I was staying, so you know, opportunity came knocking, and I'm gonna enjoy splitting some wood with Tyler.
yeah, let's do it. Maybe we'll knock it out with a phase cord before we get drenched.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's get the splitter fired up and do some more splitting.
All right.
So what do you think about the brute force?
Overall, I liked it. It did give me a lot of similar feelings that I have when I run my Wolf Ridge 17RS in terms of speed and power. Although we were just talking, yours has a 22-ton cylinder.
4.5-inch hydraulic cylinder, which puts it about 6.5 seconds cycle time, 22 tons, and you have the 17 RS.
Yep.
So a little less tonnage than mine, but a lot more speed by what, 2 seconds?
Well, it's still a 6-second cycle
really?
time on the 17RS. But overall, I could tell yours did have a little more power because if I was doing some of that wood with my 17RS, I think it would have slowed down a lot more.
Okay.
I think the 17RS would have pushed through all that same stuff, but I do think it would have slowed down more. And yeah, I thought that was it's a good, I had good feelings when I ran it. It reminded me of my 17RS, probably because I'm used to the auto cycle. You know, I was able to kind of use that to my advantage, of course.
And I can tell our difference is that I'm moving the wedge constantly and you're just leaving it in one spot.
Yep, so my 17RS has a fixed wedge. It's adjustable, but you have to have a wrench.
To move it, yeah.
So I don't think I moved the wedge much at all, except for...
moving it up when I told you to move it up for the bigger rounds to split them in half.
Right. But overall, I was pretty surprised by it. I didn't know what to expect. I've never ran that before. I like the height of it.
Yeah, that was a big selling point for me, was the height. Because especially, I'm tall, you're tall, makes it a lot easier. We're not breaking our back.
Right.
And then, because you got the auto cycle, which means you don't have a log lift.
Right, I don't have a log lift, which both the log lift and the adjustable wedge are something, I don't know if you saw me fumbling on the controls, but which way's up, which way's down?
That was one thing that brute force did, is that one is the correct way and the other one is the opposite way, because they don't want someone to grab the wrong lever and then launch a log at them. So I'm like, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. So I think I have to think about that now, actually. Because I think the wedge is the correct way.
Sure.
And then the log lift is the wrong way on purpose to not screw that up, so you don't...
I still think I almost launched a log, maybe, but...
Well, one thing is because it's got that hinge on the bottom of the log lift, so you can actually crank on it, and then it actually puts pressure down on the ground, and then if you hit the lever, it will always pop.
Gotcha.
The first one I had didn't have a pressure. I think it's a relief valve in there, or some sort of pressure fitting that slows the log lift down. It was at full speed, and I launched...
It was like all or nothing.
Pretty much, and I launched a log over the splitter right in front of my face the first time before I started recording.
They should make a sport out of that. Launching logs with the log lift. Yeah.
There you go. But that's something good. Otherwise, how would you handle those big rounds?
So most of those, either, for one, I wouldn't have cut in first place. But I think, you know, two guys could have lifted those up, for the most part, pretty easily. Since that was maple, if those were in my yard, I probably would have tried whittling around them with the axe.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's always the option of noodling, but I don't noodle all that much.
I hardly noodle. I got some 40-inch diameter rounds, and I'm going to try and push through the splitter and just see what happens, because I think that'd be a fun video.
Those are big.
I do some things that just for the video, just like the dual chainsaws.
Yeah, keep the people entertained.
Exactly.
Are you not entertained?
All right. Well, we got a face cord done. Have you split walnut before? You know, you were smelling it a little bit.
So I have split walnut before, but not a whole lot. I was actually surprised on how strong the smell was, because I was like, is this really walnut? Like, I was thinking it was maybe some sort of elm, like a Siberian elm, but no, it was walnut, and that smelled strong. I was surprised on how strong it smelled.
I used to work at a company that we built custom furniture, and we used a lot of walnut. And there's nothing that hits you in the face stronger than walnut at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right. But overall, yeah, that maple split pretty good.
Silver maple is such a nice splitting wood.
Yep.
And it makes such nice pieces. And you know what? Only took us probably a half hour to knock out half a face cord.
It wasn't long.
Or most of a face cord.
And that's with me being a newbie on the machine. I'm sure if we had a professional running the controls, would have been done in half the time.
I got to let the visitor be able to run what he wants.
That's true. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was fun trying out a new splitter.
Get your opinion on it too and see what you thought of it. So I'm glad to see that you had a lot of similarities to your Wolf Ridge.
For sure, yeah. Good splitter. I liked it.
I do too. I like the log lift. That's my... Yeah. I had to have the log lift.
Right. See, I like the auto cycle. Like, I would not get another machine without auto cycle. Except for if I had a vertical machine, then I could probably survive without auto cycle. But no, if you're going a traditional horizontal style splitter, Yeah, I can't live without Autocycle.
Yeah.
It's like another person.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I didn't have it on my first one, and I wanted the log lift, and then they came out with the other one. With the reason why I was able to get the upgrade was I was complaining about the wedge bouncing and rattling on the pin for videos.
Sure.
And then I'm like, well, if you're gonna give me an upgrade, can you include Autocycle in there as well? And they're like, yeah, we can do that. I'm like,
Nice.
awesome.
Cool.
So I think we're gonna go grab some dinner.
Yeah. Thanks for having me out, Tyler.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
No problem. Thanks for coming out. I'll have to come and check out your yard this next year.
One of these days.
Yeah, next spring or something when it gets all muddy up here and I can't do much.
For sure. Yeah. Come down south.
Or maybe a little drier.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
That's it. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.